Hello students, I am Professor Rohit Sharma and welcome to my YouTube channel IT Lectures. In today's lecture, I will let you know how can you enter data at runtime in Python. If you want to give a value to variable at runtime, then how is it possible in Python? I will explain in detail. For that purpose, I am going to create a file and writing my code in this file. So first of all, the function which we use to get input at runtime in Python is input function. The name of the function is input as well. So if I am writing a variable a and then I will use the input function to enter the value of a at runtime. So I am writing enter the value of a, then bracket close. Okay, then again I am taking another variable b, then writing b is equal, again using the input function, input enter the value of b. When these two lines will be compiled and interpreted by the Python interpreter, then it will ask for the value of a and b at runtime. A message will be displayed on the screen, enter the value of a. Then you will have to enter the value of a. Again a message will be there, enter the value of b. Then we have to enter the value of b also. And now if I am using another variable c is equal a plus b, and again I will print the value of c, print then c. Fine. So one thing which I want to make you people clear is that the input function always input a value in string data type. If I am using a is equal input enter the value of a, then the value entered in a is of string type always. The by default return type of input is string. So a will get a string type value, again b will get a string type value. This thing is very much important to note down. So now if I will save the program, let the name of the program is input.py, Python extension, and save it. Now run this code. So it will ask for the value of a, enter the value of a, let the value of a is 10. Again enter the value of b, let the value of b is 20, and output is 1020. You people were expecting the output to be 30. As already told to you that a and b will get string type values. Whatever I am entering the data, whether it is 10, 20, Rohit, the value always considered as string. So whenever I am adding a and b, then this is string concatenation. It's 10 plus 20. 10 is a string, 20 is also a string. So output is concatenation of 10 and 20, and output is 1020. Getting? But if I want to take value in the form of integer, suppose I want to take the value of a and b as integers, then I need to explicitly convert a and b into integer data types. Then I need to write a function int. I need to convert this input into integer data type, then at last again a bracket will be closed. Now whatever the value of a is entered, it will be explicitly converted into integer data type. It means this int will convert the string entered into integer. Now if I am entering 10, then 10 will be converted into a integer first. Again if I want to take the value of b as integer, then I will write integer in front of input, and at last I will close again one bracket. And now if I am running this program, then I am entering the value of A as 10, the value of B as 20, and again this time the output is 30. 10 plus 20 is 30, because in this example we have converted the value of A and B into integers. Same is the case for the floating point data. If I want to enter the A and B in terms of floating data type, then I need to write float at the place of int. It should be float. Again at the place of B int, it should be float. Now the values entered by us at runtime will be converted to floating data type. Now if I am running the program and taking the value of A as floating point, let it be 10.7, again value of B is 12.5, then output is 123.2. it's 110.7 plus 12.5, it's 123.2. so now this time value of A and B is taken as float. Okay, so you need to remember only one point, that whenever we are using the function input, then it will always return the value in terms of string data type. And if we want to use the value in terms of integer or float, then we need to explicitly convert by assigning int and float at the start of input function. I hope the concept will be clear to you. Thank you so much for the listening.